said we would give the people what they want, and by popular demand, we have returned. And as you can see, my co-host is really, needless to say, he's in a very foul mood because he's wearing Wade Wilson today. And that can only mean one thing. Somebody is getting some verbal lashing on this edition of the Mizzle and Dub Show.
I may not have to make this one not kid friendly for this one because it might be some language that might be too harsh for the kiddies. Even though we don't have a bunch of kiddies listening to the show, mainly my boys and Nia. Well, she's not a kid anymore, but needless to say, this one may not be a kid show tonight or this evening.
Nia is of that age, even though I will forever have the indulged mind of her cussing me out at 2 years old. But hey, that
Who's her
goes
dad?
without saying.
Who's her daddy?
That's
Yeah.
why you are the greatest asshole in the world, next to Dad. Anyhow, well, we kind of built up this particular game for the last couple of weeks, saying that this was going to be a fantastic game, and boy, it lived up and delivered in many other ways. Last night was a throwback to what made Monday Night Football special. The Browns and Ravens gave us everything, and
The Browns
as
versus
much
the
as it
Browns.
was a big, the Browns versus the Browns, indeed, but as much as it was a heartbreaker for the Browns, these are definitely not the same old Cleveland Browns. And I'll just start with this point: Browns twice were down 14 points and
Yeah.
came back and eventually took
Yeah.
the lead.
Yes.
But what more can you just say about the fight and just the bulldog that the Ravens have? And I mean, that's credit to John Harbaugh. I mean, we're thinking as you and I were going back and forth during the game. I come back from meetings, and all of a sudden I'm hearing Lisa Salters talking about Lamar Jackson in the locker room. I'm like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah. Well, if
Then
anybody seen the film, you know why it wasn't cramps. Every person has done that run when they need to go. I'm not going to say too much though, but
to
yeah,
do the duty, if you will.
exactly.
But a very fantastic game. A lot of people were trying to think, can Baker Mayfield put up back-to-back good performances as he did against the Titans? He
Well,
definitely did last night because, like I said, if this was the old Browns, once they got down 14, it was game over. Night night. Thanks for coming. Drive home safely. But Baker definitely showed some fortitude because you kept saying, "All right, Baker, what you got?" And well, he
hmm
was more than willing to respond to the task.
oh, he answered a bunch of my questions, but I tell you, I mean, you think the Baltimore, you more think of their defense. Honestly, there was kind of no defense on the field. Well, there was defense on the field, but Baker was just. I mean, if you just want to take out the R, and he was just baking them, man. He was just killing them. And Landry and your boy, yeah, Mr. Nick Chubb. The boy runs how every running back that has almost donned a Browns jersey hard.
Hard and
Jim
fast. I'm just
Brown,
thinking Jim
even
Brown, Kevin Mack.
yes, just every running back that has donned that uniform, they just run hard. It's and but and just what about Mr. Hollywood Brown, who had the dropsies? Uh-oh.
Yes, he did.
And then for to make that catch when Mr. Doodoo Man himself came back on the field and just
On 4th and 5, no, mind
of
you.
all plays, the one down that the Browns could have won that and just cemented themselves in that division next to the Steelers. They just, but give all credit to Lamar and the defense because when Lamar came on the field, you had to adjust your defense. He is now a
You
threat,
sure did.
not just with his arm, but his legs.
Legs.
And so when he took off running, the defenders, they dropped down. thinking he's going to run, but just the brilliance and the football knowledge just to throw that ball and not be selfish and just run it, even though he could have. But just to see Hollywood Brown making that run down the field, just excellent. I mean, that football was showed how football is supposed to be played last night. That was just, you dream with games like that, especially in the pandemic where you don't have that much practice, or you got COVID players or this, that, and whatever. But to see that type of game be played last night, I mean, I couldn't ask for a better football game. That was awesome.
And just to think, and first off, kudos to the dog pound because there was only 12,000 in the stadium last
And
night.
it was loud.
I mean, it sounded like it was at full capacity, and Lord only knows if it was at full capacity, it would have been louder than what it was given. So I mean, kudos.
Lake Erie would have felt it.
Oh yeah, it definitely almost felt like old Cleveland Municipal Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. But I mean, the fans there were just tremendous. They were awesome. They were into it. And like I said, these are definitely not the same old Cleveland Browns.
No.
Kevin Stefanski has that locker room believing. And I've been saying all year, I think Baker Mayfield finally has the right coach for him.
Okay, can I throw a quick when you finish?
Go ahead.
I'll let you. So, are they better without Odell Beckham?
I mean, you have seen the record when he's gone out. You've seen the record, and
not taking away from his talent. Odell is a great football player.
Yes.
But now, do you see Baker making more plays because now he can look at the whole field instead of zoning in on 13?
Yes, and I agree with that one. Now, don't get me wrong. If Odell's in there, the Browns just become an even more
instantly more better. Of course, they were good with him on the field when he was there. But I'm just saying, does it take the pressure a little bit off Baker not to always be for 13?
I think it does because I mean, it's almost kind of like Romo when he was with the Cowboys, when he had T.O. and when he had Dez. And again, T.O.'s a Hall of Famer. Dez is a borderline Hall of Famer. But it was like, but it was like, okay, where's 81? Where's 88? I got to make sure they're happy, which kind of takes away from the, take away from the others, with the exception of Jason Witten. But I mean, having that quote unquote Devo wide receiver can a lot of times hurt the continuity of an offense.
Well, except we'll see now. This is a different era, and these were two greats, and neither one of them put their greatness in the way of them trying to get the achievement of winning a Super Bowl. And I'm talking about Mr. Jesus on Cleats himself and Mr. Touchdown Timmy Brown of the Raiders. When that two duo came together, a lot of people were like, Jerry's going to take away from Tim Brown, or Tim Brown's going to be like, this is my team. No. Rich Gannon made sure that each of them did get the ball, but it was more of, if you're open, I'm going to throw you the ball, or what play that call. Gruden dealt that up very well with them. And that's about the only time that I've seen maybe two greats play together and not. I mean, even Chad Johnson and when T.O. played with each other, they had a problem.
Well, look at it this way. When those two got together, it left the tight end wide open, or it left Jerry Porter wide open. So having those two, somebody's going to be the big beneficiary of having those two, looked at all the time and, well, hey, the seam is open down the middle, throw it down the seam.
It's all about winning. It's not about getting my reps up or my stats up because I want to get my next contract. No. Let's go get these trophies. But to get back to the to the question. I know we kind of got away there for a second. Excuses. We do that time to time. But are they better off without Odell? I want to say right now, yes, because they're showing you, not the loss last night to the Ravens, though, but since Odell has been down, Baker's been lightweight cooking. And he ain't been having that Baker type of game like, what are you doing, son? You know?
What are you doing?
He's been pretty locked in. I think it's because it's not the stress of having to throw the ball to Odell a lot.
Well, look at it this way. All the last night, David Njoku came back to life, and he pretty much disappeared off the face of the planet.
Hello. You know, you have a humongous tight end. And I know,
They got two of them.
You know, he did come from the
U. Yes, he did.
But anyway, that's another story. Right. It's like Baker is starting to look improve. It's going to work. What I'm asking, he's starting to look at his progressions more instead of trying that one read with Odell. Or if the play calls for Landry and he looks for Landry, Landry's not there. Who's he throwing it to next? Got to find Odell, right? So now that Odell's not on the field, he can look for Landry. Look for is his name Peoples something Peoples? He got two last names. It's amazing. I love it.
Donovan Peoples-Jones.
There it is. Yeah, I love it. You know, that's wonderful.
Who made an outstanding catch on the last drive in the fourth quarter for the Browns to get them into Ravens territory.
Hello.
I mean, that was just an absolute laser thrown by Baker Mayfield. But I mean, look at it. He's finding Peoples-Jones. He's finding Rashad Higgins, who was all alone in his own island last night.
Oh, please. And wait, and these receivers weren't just doing it against no-name corners. Okay, there was a guy from town named Marcus Peters that's on the other side over there.
Yeah.
You know,
and a guy from Alabama that wears 44 by the name of Marlon Humphrey, who was an absolute stud.
And like we say, ladies and gentlemen, we don't throw the word stud out there. If you're a stud, you get the word. And yes, Humphreys is a stud.
Because, I mean, last night he almost won the game himself, forcing fumbles, which is something he is very good at, a la Charles Peanut Tillman, who made a career out of doing that for the Chicago Bears.
I mean, I don't understand when you see Tillman, it's like, you know what, I shouldn't decide to wrap this ball up. But, you know,
you might want to.
You might want to do that. But, man, that game had me at the edge of my seat it looked a little ugly in the beginning, like, here we go. And then you're like, well, no. I asked the question. I'm texting you. What does Baker have? And he,
what do you have, Baker?
He shut me up.
He responded. He responded mightily. And I'll tell you what. The Browns could have it. The Browns could really make a good run in these AFC playoffs.
I'd be scared to play them. I wouldn't be like, we're playing the Browns. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Like you said, that coach got them young men and them veterans out there playing good football. Yeah. They're buying into it. Whatever the Kool-Aid is, they're drinking it. They are drinking it. And
right now it's a race between him and Brian Flores for Coach of the Year for sure.
I agree. Now, wait. Have the Steelers had their 2 matchups with the Browns already? Is that over?
No, they got one more, and that's at Cleveland.
Ooh.
If I'm not mistaken, I think they closed the season against each other. Hold on, let me check.
The fact.
As Woody Page would do on Around the Horn. Let me check the schedule.
Yeah, there it is. Talk about it. Well, we give you a quick score update. I have 48 Sixers, 42 Boston. Is that what you have, sir?
During the end of the first half, as there's an 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock.
Yes, sir.
And again, it's just great to hear Marv Albert doing basketball again after we didn't hear him at all during the playoffs. And yes, they week 17. The Browns and Steelers closed the season against each other, and that possibly could be for the AFC North. Because I
My
mean,
brother, my brother. If we get that Baker Mayfield that we got on Monday Night Football, and by any chance that defense steps up a little bit better than they showed last night, if I'm the Steelers, I'll be, you know,
it could happen because I mean, you
oh
would
boy,
think
oh
you
boy.
you would well here's the Steelers' remaining schedule. I mean, next Monday night they're playing against Cincinnati. That should be a win, but then play the Colts. That
That's not
Colts
gonna be an easy
defense,
win.
it's not going to be easy, even though they're playing at home, and then they go to Cleveland. For the Browns, it's a double shot of East Rutherford. They're
The
playing
Jets
the
and
Jets
Giants.
and the Giants.
Oh
Yes.
goodness gracious.
Um, and then they close up at home against the Steelers.
Okay,
So
can we get a little bit off? Can we? Okay, we're gonna go whim off topic. You know, this is I'm throwing in a remix is what we're gonna call in a situation we want to do this. Can you please tell me the remaining schedule of the team formerly known as the Redskins? And this is gonna just follow into where I'm getting into with my remix.
well, who are currently in first place in the
This is the
NFC East
reason
at
why
six
I'm
and seven.
asking this question.
Oh, here we go.
You already knew
Okay,
it.
okay. So this week they are at home against the Seahawks, and
That's an L. No, well, you know what?
well,
You know what?
well, they
Let's take
lost.
it
They
back.
lost to the Giants
Here's the remix again. You know what? That might not be just no easy win. Okay, Seahawks.
because if Chase Young can get off and Montez Sweat can get off like Leonard Williams did, as the
Saving
Giants
that.
did against.
We're saving that. Don't give the people that nothing. Don't give the people that yet. We're saving that.
Okay, then they finish their home schedule against the Panthers,
Mm.
and then and then they close out at Philadelphia against the Eagles.
Ooh.
Now, yeah,
Ooh. That could have
now
implications too. That could have
it could,
implications. But you know what
it
though?
could.
Now, the Cowboys are not out of it too, and they play your team as well. And see, I love the end of the year. This is where football. Okay, sir, we're gonna have to get better on doing our shows because now we got to get with the times. Football is about to start getting real interesting, and that East,
Well, now,
as much as I said the East is garbage, but football is interested in the East right now
now
because the
here's the East
Cowboys are
Rutherford.
still in it.
Yeah, but now here's the East Rutherford
Oh my God,
Giants.
off topic. No, we're off topic. But go ahead.
Of course, as you know, because the Cowboys are sorry, we got flexed out for the Browns and the Giants. That's the Sunday night game. Getting flexed out for the Browns. Wow. More so because of the Cowboys sucking, even
Well,
though my
because the
team is.
Browns have a better record, and who are they playing?
Oh, I agree.
And who are they playing?
I agree. They're playing the Giants.
Oh,
Biggest marketing, biggest
that's
marketing,
I would
biggest.
rather have. Wait, was the Cowboys and Niners the Sunday night game?
Yes, they were.
I would have rather had that. Honestly, as a fan, I'd have rather had that because the 9-3 Browns going against the Giants and Daniel Jones.
New York's the big market.
Wait, wait. It doesn't matter. Baker is
I know.
getting pissed off.
I know. I know. I
They're
know.
not thinking
I know.
that game, the Niner and Cowboy game, is going to get more just for the fans itself.
Yeah.
I'm about to marry a Cowboy fan, so I know
Yes, you.
we're
Yes,
watching
you
that
are.
game. And she despises the Niners, so
Well,
we're watching that game.
Cowboys.
Hmm.
Well, it kind of sucks because it's going to be an old school feel because fortunately now it got pushed back to a 10 o'clock game. It's not even 1 in the afternoon. It's a 10 a.m. game, but it's on CBS. So the only thing missing is Pat Summerall and John Madden doing
Yeah,
the game.
yes, sir, yes,
But
sir.
but the Giants also have the Ravens, and they close out with the Cowboys. Now, the
That could have
unfortunate,
implications as well too.
yeah. Now the unfortunate thing is though, for the Landover football team, They cannot finish in a tie with the Giants. If not, it goes to the Giants because the Giants swept them.
Yeah.
Okay. If it ends up in a tie between Landover and Arlington, favors Landover because Landover swept Arlington. And
But wait. Now, as we're talking, Philly is still in talks as well.
Yeah. And not only that, Philly has that doggone tie.
Oh.
They have that tie.
That's like a coin toss. Like,
yeah. But if Jalen Hurts can pull off his best Rocky Balboa comeback, and who knows? To which
Philadelphia
does have very damn good against the Saints.
Philadelphia does have that whatever that is, because
fighting spirit.
Carson Wentz went down. I mean, they built the man a statue. So, yet again, Carson Wentz returns. They're still in a position, and Carson Wentz got replaced. Does the story repeat itself? The East has gotten very interesting. Just a week ago, we were just sitting there talking about it's still the weakest division in football right now. Yes, it is. I don't care what fan you are of that division. It's hot garbage. When your team is under 500 and still can get a playoff position. Hot garbage.
Not even that, a home playoff game.
Stop it. I wasn't going to even go there, but you went there. But it's good for TV right now.
but keep this in mind. The two teams that won the division with the under 500 record, they won their home game. The 2010 Seattle Seahawks were 7-9. Won the playoff game.
Yeah.
Beating the 11-5 Saints was one of the greatest runs you'll ever see during an earthquake in the Pacific Northwest. Tracy Porter, hello.
Wait, you know what? This show is definitely not for kids. Because Marshawn Lynch, after that run, said, "Hold my dick."
Then, 2014 Panthers go 7-8. They beat the Cardinals in their home playoff game. So just because they might finish under 500,
doesn't matter.
History has shown us the home team has won that game, both of them.
Under 500.
And dang it, with that defense that the Washington football team has, defense travels in January.
That will be the most scariest team that I will not want to see just because of their defense. Because Riverboat Ron got them boys' motors going. Because the Kool-Aid is being drank in Landover right now as we speak.
It is. Yes, it is.
So I know we jumped off Monday Night Football. That was great. That was the remix session. But session. Get that right. So are we ready to move on to the next segment of the show?
Well,
is it that time?
You have been foaming at the mouth since Sunday. And even in the family chat room, you was just like, look here, don't test me. So you have been foaming at the mouth, and I'm just gonna let you take the floor, and I'm just gonna lay back and shut my mouth. Go ahead.
So we have Sunday, Raiders versus the Colts. Big playoff position with this game. Already, the job was already done. The team I needed to lose lost. As much as I dislike to say this, and I don't want to say it, I was a Chiefs fan Sunday. The Chiefs took care of business and beat the Dolphins. Nice. All the Raiders had to do was show up and just attack a one-footed Phillip Rivers. Well, if anybody knows what happened Sunday, there was only one side of the ball that showed up to that game, and it was the offense. People can talk bad about Derek Carr all they want. Yeah, he should have threw that ball in the back of the farther in the back of the end zone on that immaculate interception, that one-handed interception. But Derek Carr has been the best part of the Raiders, and Darren Waller. Waller and Carr has been the bright spot. So now that I sit here and gave the offense the praise that they so all deserve because they've been in the games, they've been doing the moves, everything. Let's talk about this trash, hot garbage, no scheming defense of the Raiders. You cannot ask an offense to put up 40 points a game when they're scoring. You can't get off the field on third down. You're giving up third and long. Now, I'm not saying 3rd and 8. They're giving up 3rd and 15. Are you hearing me, my brother? 3rd and 15.
I saw the game.
And that's not that game. It's been the season, the whole fucking season. Damn it, if we're gonna go there, the whole goddamn season. The Raiders' defense is trash, and I don't know if it's the talent or the scheme. And we're gonna find out Thursday because we have a new coordinator. I believe Paul Gunther should have been fired after that Tampa Bay game. Yes, he did not have his whole squad that didn't practice the whole week. Blah 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 blah. But they've been in this game for 3 seasons. 3 fucking seasons. And can we guess where the Raiders have ranked in those 3 seasons under Paul Gunther?
Near the bottom of the barrel?
30th or 32nd.
Bottom, yeah.
And yet we have now I'm not going to say so much on the line, but they could not touch Phillip Rivers, who, yes, ladies and gentlemen, is on 1 foot. He has turf toe. Turf toe. Which means every time he plants to throw the ball or try to scramble out the pocket, which he didn't, it hurts.
Turf toe is no joke.
It ended Deion Sanders' career. If anybody understand why Deion retired, it was because of turf toe. Remember that year? It was just bad. He couldn't just, and he was getting old, but he had bad turf toe. But this is a quarterback. He has to move. If you pressure him, he has to move. If he moves on turf toe, ouch, I fall down. The left tackle didn't practice all week. Jonathan Taylor, who is a great running back, who was at Wisconsin, was an animal. He was an animal. I don't even think they even grabbed his jersey. I think Phillip Rivers' jersey still smelled like Downing. I mean, I don't even think Phillip Rivers even moved out the pocket. I mean, if his jersey was dirty, it was because he was sweating just standing back there looking like, oh, I'm going to pick and choose where I'm going to throw the ball.
The ugliest release since Bernie Kosar.
You can call it ugly release in the world, but it sure did work last Sunday.
I don't disagree.
And you know what? I'm about to start calling out players too. I'm about to start calling out Jonathan Abram, the biggest mouth on the defense. Bro, your pass coverage ain't shit.
Oh boy. Oh my.
You should be more of a linebacker than a safety because I don't see the great first ballot Hall of Famer Charles Woodson getting torched like that, or even running his mouth like that and not backing it up. Okay. Littleton has not even been up to his contract. Maybe it's the scheme, because with the Rams, he was an animal. The best bright spot that we have on that defense right now is Trayvon Mullen. Everybody figured out Max Crosby. And he's still the leading sacker in the league. I mean, for the Raiders, not the league. I'm sorry, for the Raiders. Out of the 12 sacks we got, I probably think that he has 6 of them.
Wouldn't surprise me.
I mean, they need to teach Arnett how to tackle because every time the game starts, he's leading in with his fucking head and he's getting a concussion and he's out the game. Lawson sucks. When 2 6s on the field, you know the ball's going. The moment Jeff Heath went down, I knew we were going to get torched by Phillip Rivers because Abram was going to be on the field getting exposed. It took a year too long to fire the defensive coordinator. Last year, he was horrible, giving up 30 points a game. So I guess we can't say it's the players because these are the same players that we had from last year. Some additions. Players from that came from teams that were doing good. So at first I thought that we had a playoff fight in us, but I just don't see our offense carrying us because the defense will not back up the offense. I can't see Derek Carr throwing the ball as much as he's been throwing the ball without a running game because we can't run the ball because we're trying to play catch up.
That kind of takes away because Jacobs is a special back, and
But when your defense is on the field too much, giving up 30 points a game, which if you become 30 points, if you're trailing, the running game is existent. You can't use it.
Non-existent. I agree.
You have to throw the ball, and you can start rushing 3. No, we can't even get to the quarterback rushing 4. And even when we blitz, and everybody asks why the Raiders don't blitz, because they blitz, they're going to get torched worse than rushing 4.
And worse than the Jets.
Yeah, the Jets play defense, at least. They just have fuck up sometimes. I mean, it was proven against the Jets should have a win. You're going to hear it coming out my mouth. The Raiders had no business winning that game. If you play prevent defense and put everybody back to the back of the end zone, Henry Ruggs does not get open. But I get you've been blitzing Derek Carr that whole game, and he's been over. So yeah, you take a shot, but in that situation, you shouldn't. I'd have rushed one person. I would have rushed nobody. Put everybody in the back of the end zone. They don't need a field goal. We needed a touchdown to win that game. There's no need to blitz. So we got lucky that game.
So now let me ask this. Now that Rod Marinelli has taken over duties for the rest of the season, what is the first thing you would do if you were Rod Marinelli?
Tell the whole defensive line to know how to get off a block and tackle the running back and not leave the holes wide open. Now, see, here's the thing. He is our D-line coach. So, I mean, yes, he knows the scheme and he's teaching that scheme to the D-line, but we ain't got no pressure. We ain't even touched Phillip Rivers, who has 1 foot. So is the defense going to get any better? Who knows? Normally I would have some form of Raider stuff on, but it's not right now. It's not a happy time to be a Raider fan. This is just the same thing that happened to us last year. They were 6-4. They went to East Rutherford. The Jets put a 34-3 whooping on us. And then the fast forward to this year. We're 6-4. We travel to Atlanta. 44-6. So you cannot sit here and tell me that I should be sitting here clapping my hands thinking, oh, at least you're still in the playoff hunt. I think the Chargers are going to come into the Las Vegas and just run up and down the field on us. Can't stop the run. And don't give me that, well, when the Atlanta Falcons fired their coach, this stuff got better. It's still John Gruden coaching the team. And I'm gonna rest my case. We fucking suck on defense. The offense is spectacular. Derek Carr is having yet another great year. Better than last year. But he has no defense. You can't. Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl. And that's where I'm leaving my statement. So if you want to go ahead and just talk about your Niners and everything like that, feel free. But fuck the Raiders defense. They just that. And I wouldn't be shocked if we get our asses spanked on Thursday Night Football.
Well, how can I counter that? Well, considering that my beloved team that I have rooted for officially since 1986,
The homeless team?
the team that has no home because the city actually is trying to get rid of their contract deal, which I don't know why they afford the money in the first place.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Santa Clara and the Niners are having a problem?
They've had problems.
Wow, now. I need some tea for this segment.
And some crumpets. So
I got chips, so I'm good.
So, after getting shredded by Cole Beasley and making Josh Allen look like Jim Kelly running the K-gun of the early 90s,
All right.
here comes the team with no mascot inside the big
No,
insurance policy inside the big toaster in Glendale, Arizona.
the big toaster.
It looks like a big freaking toaster. What can I say? Okay, Alex Smith, no hands down comeback player of the year.
You know what? If anybody's been watching our show, the moment that Alex Smith took the field, that game we gave him the biggest praise. That it was more than sports that day. Look up if anybody does not know what happened to Alex Smith, look it up and look at his journey, and then you will understand what my brother is about to say. I'm sorry. Continue.
So he was for the most part ineffective. The offense couldn't do crap.
Mm-mm.
Scored only 9 points. 9 points. 3 field goals.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My team briefly led 7-0, then gave up the lead on 3 field goals. And then there's this guy
Uh-oh.
that wears the jersey number of 99 in burgundy and gold
Stud.
that went to Ohio State University by the name of Chase Young.
Stud.
And then he just decided to just take over the football game and just said, "Give me the ball, I'm going to the house." Or as Javon Kinlaw said, "I'm going to the crib." And thus, stud grown man with football found the end zone. And then
Not big
Nick
man.
Mullins,
Grown man.
grown man with football. Then Nick Mullins decides to be generous and hand out some turnovers and throws a pick six.
Oh
So
boy.
thus, the defense of the team that has no mascot wins them the game. I guess, as every member of the 49er faithful was calling for Kyle Shanahan, damn it, put in CJ. I've seen enough of Nick Mullins. No,
But
no.
would it have gotten better?
Well, the one time that he did spell Mullins, CJ was better against the Eagles, but that was late in the game when it was just the Eagles playing prevent but the Niners still had a shot to possibly do a miracle. At this rate, I know this. At least CJ can throw the ball down the field. At least I can know. At least I know that he can throw the ball deep. He's the best deep ball thrower of the team, and that's not saying much. But no, he sticks with Mullins. Mullins grew some balls and drove them down the field. Actually scored them for two, and actually got them back within the game. And then a whole penalty just killed whatever they possibly could have, and thus the Niners are still winless since going to their temporary home in Glendale, Arizona. Now, the defense was outstanding. Again, the Washington offense, didn't matter who was the quarterback, could not do a doggone thing.
That is true.
Okay. I love Deebo Samuel, but
I don't think he's healthy.
he wasn't, and it showed on the first play. But my thing is, can we stop doing the jet sweeps with him? If you've noticed, the Chiefs stopped doing it less with Tyreek Hill, and they're letting Tyreek Hill be a wide receiver. You
Well,
drafted him as a wide receiver.
they
Let
figured.
him, let him run some routes. Throw him the ball. Okay, yes, I get it. The Niners since the 80s have been historic for and after the catch. I get it. I understand it. But we weren't running Jerry Rice and John Taylor on reverses all the damn time. We're actually throwing them the football. Because we had quarterbacks that were accurate.
And guess what the wide receivers can do?
They could catch the ball.
Mm.
What a what a concept. Kendrick Bourne, I love the way you earned to get yourself on the team. I love your energy. I,
Well,
I, I love
you
your
not bad
I,
either.
I love your enthusiasm. But damn it, you make it difficult for me to watch you simply because you drop the easiest balls that should be caught, but yet somehow you make these miraculous difficult catches, but yet you can't catch the easy stuff.
Well, that's a lot of receivers though too. Just not him.
In today's NFL, yes, but when it's your team, it just irritates you even more.
Oh,
Um,
you don't have to tell me.
so with that said, I'm not understanding why is it every time Raheem Mostert gets a little bit of momentum going, you stop giving him the ball, Shanahan. I mean, okay, here's a suggestion. You need an offensive coordinator. Call your dad in Colorado and be like, Dad, come be my OC. And certain points were said that Mike has no problem doing that. Well, you know what happened the last time Mike was a coordinator for the 49ers? He made Steve Young a two-time MVP. So just maybe by coincidence, he might can make Jimmy Garoppolo just a little bit better if Garoppolo comes back as a starter. Which,
Whoa,
again,
whoa,
you
whoa,
Kyle,
whoa.
against you, Kyle Shanahan, you still don't even have confidence in it because even though you said you expect him to be back as quarterback, you still let him give him the reins of the playbook. There's throws you won't even let him make, let alone attempt it. Which again, and this is the one thing that irritates me about Kyle Shanahan. Yes, you are a tremendous play caller, a tremendous play designer, and yes, your track record has shown that you can make players out of nobodies, like Matt Breida, like others. Okay? Yes, the scheme works. Yes, it does. But at the same time,
You abandoned the scheme.
not only that, but your scouting when it comes to quarterbacks is horrible.
Mm.
I mean,
Mm.
real. I mean, really, one of Kirk Cousins? Have you lost your damn freaking mind? And you know what the unfortunate thing is, if Garoppolo doesn't go 5-0 in 2007, I probably would believe Kirk Cousins will be a 49er.
Really?
Oh, I
You think they would have paid him that money?
This is Jed York owning the team, not Eddie DeBartolo Jr. Need I say more?
Rest in peace.
This is the York family running things, not Eddie Sr. and Eddie Jr.
This is true.
Now, my only hope is if they draft a quarterback, please don't draft Mac Jones and please don't draft Kyle Trask.
Then who do you want?
If it's three for me, these are my three. Give me Zach Wilson from BYU. Give me Trey Lance from North Dakota State.
Ooh.
Hell, I'll take Purdy from Iowa State, or I'll take Ian Book from Notre Dame. Ian Book's a winner. Ian
What
Book's
about what about the quarterback from Texas A&M? Would you take mine?
I would borderline consider it for sure.
I think he's still a. You know what? He will be like a better upgrade than Mullen. I would agree. Yeah. Because he's pro ready. That.
Yeah.
Excuse me. He's pro ready.
I think he's pro ready, and I think Ian Book from Notre Dame is pro ready too.
Okay. You know, just you gotta the offensive line, man.
What has happened to Mike McGlinchey? What has happened to you, man? Because your rookie year, you were fired.
Beast.
And then this year you lost weight, and now you're just getting pushed over by everybody.
I don't understand offensive lineman losing weight.
Neither do I.
I mean, I'm not saying that I got I do have one of the beefiest. Look, just think the Cowboys and the Raiders pedigree. Their offensive line, Denver averages three bills plus. Mm-hmm. Athletic, 3 bills plus though. Not sloppy 300, you know. But man, brother, we suffered a crappy weekend in football. Football was, like when we got on the group chat, like you said, I just wasn't having it. B wanted to talk football, and I was like, you know what? Fuck football. Football is not my best friend today. I'm not liking it. I did not like the display of the defense. I didn't like it just seemed like they were just out of place, like stagnant. I don't get it. Like, and the thing that kills me is that when I heard this interview and I believed it, Derek Carr literally got on the interview and said that we're a better 6-4 team than we were last year. And I look at it, and when he said it, I'm like, I can see it. Until the defense stepped off the fucking bus in the plane. And then I'm like, the offense has got it. It's clicked in Derek Carr. Year 3 has literally got. It was the same thing with Gannon. Year 3, you saw what happened in year 3. I think Gannon won an MVP that year. Mm-hmm. Year 3 in Gruden's offense, if you don't get it, you need to go. The only bad thing that I can say that happened with Derek Carr was he didn't throw that football farther in the back of the end zone to Waller because he was open. Derek Carr floats the ball too much. He has too strong of an arm to be floating balls like that. My brother, Darren Waller is what? Close to what? 6'4", 6'4", 6'6", in that 6'4", 6'6" range. I mean, I get what you're floating it, but you're under floating it. You're supposed to float that to where he can make the jump to go catch it. He was looking for this. Mm-hmm. And that's the only dig I got on Carr. Now, his deep ball is wonderful. His slant routes, comeback routes and everything, he has the arm, but he has to work on that. At back at end zone, the end zone, everybody know it gets tight. You got to get that pylon tight, that pylon throw on point because it gets tight in the red zone. We all know this. But the defense is, I'm gonna take a quote from my favorite movie. Every time you come home and we watch it, they're shitty. And the Raiders' defense is shitty. And I mean, I'm not gonna give Marinelli the hard business because he has under a week to prep these guys to play a game of football.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not looking forward to this Thursday night game. For the offense, I think the offense is going to be fine. The offense is going to be fine. I just don't know about that defense, man. I mean, we almost let Sam Darnold look like a 10-year veteran.
But the thing is, you are playing the Chargers, and the Chargers always find a way. Almost kind of like the Jets. The Chargers just find a way to just give it away and give it up at the end, which they almost did to the Falcons, but then the Falcons were being the Falcons.
My said the Chargers win Sunday?
Barely. They won, but they barely won, and that's only because Matt Ryan threw an interception.
Look here. I said this against the Jets. It was ugly, but they won. Yes. Do they deserve to win? No.
Excuse me.
But I don't know. I've already checked out. You know me. I say certain things, and I always like to be proven wrong. That's just one thing. I say it. If I get proven wrong, hey, cool toes. It happened. But I don't see us. We got 3 games. We got the Chargers, the Dolphins, and the Broncos. Do you want to know my record?
Well, you're currently 7-6.
No. You want to know how I want to feel, how it's going to end out? They got 3 games. You want to know how they going to finish in my mind?
Well, go ahead.
1-3, 1-2.
So you're predicting an 8-8 season.
If that, it could be another 7-9. You never know. Never know. I don't see us. If we couldn't touch Phillip Rivers, do you think we're gonna even get close to Tui?
That's a good question. I don't know. That's a good question.
My brother, let me just run down. Phillip Rivers has turf toe. Did we get a sack? We get a sack.
No.
So that's a non-mobile quarterback. What's Tui?
He's mobile.
I rest my case. It's difficult to be a Raider fan. It is so difficult. I love it because we're always the underdogs, and I love being the underdog, but the underdog shit is getting old. Especially when you're playing. This is the duplicate of last year. Do you know Jack Del Rio had a better winning percentage his 3 seasons than Gruden's 3 seasons? But we're paying Gruden $100 million to come coach. But we made the playoffs with Del Rio.
Correct.
Del Rio had them boys playing football. The only thing you hear about these players, they say about Gruden, oh, it's a pleasure to play with Gruden. He knows football. Blah, 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 blah. You ain't never heard nobody say they'll run through a brick wall like they said they'll run through a brick wall for Jack Del Rio. Now, are you going to ask me who would I rather have coaching this team right now? Jack Del Rio. Why? Because the defense played somewhat better under Jack Del Rio. I don't even know why they fired Buckner. Do you know how many sacks we had with Buckner? 30. You know how many sacks we had since Buckner left? I don't think we sniffed 10. I mean, no, a little over 10. Ain't even sniffed 20. I'm done with I'm done with the Raiders, man. You can take over and we can lead into something else. I didn't say my piece. They're a piece of trash. They're fucking horrible on defense. And I'm tired of Gruden excuses. I'm tired of hearing this. I'm tired of hearing that. Us Raider fans that's been a Raider fan for, I would even say, 15 years plus. We're sick of this shit. We're tired of it. Damn it, Dennis Allen was once our damn coach. Fuck me. And now we get a well-respected coach and we're still the fucking same? I'm glad fans are not watching this bullshit in that stadium. Because we deserve better. I kept going. I'm done. Please, take over.
Well, changes need to happen in Santa Clara. Again,
I'm about to roll up now.
Kyle Shanahan needs an offensive coordinator.
So you're not ready to get rid of Kyle. He needs to let go.
Yes, let go so you can observe the other parts of your team. Because in all likelihood for me, and he's done a tremendous job despite losing a lot of talent. I think Robert Sala is going to be a head coach somewhere. And I know Detroit is bouncing and trying to do everything they can to try and get Sala to be the head coach of the Lions because he is a native of Dearborn, Michigan, which of course that's where the Ford Motor Company is headquartered at. And of course the Ford family owns the team. So I know a lot of Michigan legislators and politicians have been vouching for that, being the fact that he is a Lebanese American. So I think he's gone. So that means you need to get in more time with your defense, even though I think Chris Koharek, the D-line coach, should step in to be the DC, and I think he could do a fine job. And again, I hate to keep going back to this, but again, I'm still trying to understand why in the hell you pay D Ford $85 million. Knowing god dang well he can't get on. Yes. They paid him that much money to extend him. Yes. He got an $85 million extension.
My brother, as we sit here and we talk about, because we're going to get into, as you speak money, that's going to be our next segment after we get off our teams after we didn't. But how come we're not in a profession to where we just could have made a couple of years in our profession and just got that contract and just do what these players are doing? I mean, we sit here and talk about how these players get paid, and then they forget the love of the sport. When we sit here and we know a few guys, we know a few people that will take not even as much as these players are getting just to be on the court or field.
Just give me the minimum. That's all I want.
You know what? I'm good. I'm good. I don't need the. I don't want to say his name because we're going to talk about him in a second. But I don't need that D4. I mean, it would be nice. I'm not saying that I don't need it. Don't get me wrong. You will take that money. But I have the passion of the game to, I take what I'm worth. Now, is D4 worth all that money that he signed for?
No.
Will he say that?
No.
Would his agent say that?
Hell no.
But will the team say that?
And they're a bunch of dumbasses for doing that because again,
but they get the money back. See, that's messed up. It's almost like you kind of respect Richard Sherman a little bit more. He negotiated his own contract.
Yes.
He did not go for the big high dollar that he possibly could have went for. He settled himself. Excuse me?
Same with DeAndre Hopkins being his own agent.
I mean, but now see, that's a different story. D-Hop can walk into any damn team's building and be like, 250 million right now. I'll walk out. What you think that if it's within their means, do you think they're gonna let D-Hop walk out? Walk
Oh
out?
no. Oh no.
Okay, he's an exception, especially after that game where he caught over 3 defenders. But see, he's been doing that since he came in the league. See,
Yes.
that's consistency. When you're consistent, you get that money.
Yes.
You've earned that. You stamped yourself, just like Derrick Henry. He shorted himself. King Henry shorted himself in his contract. He should have walked up in there and been like, I need 500 mil right now. I carried y'all sorry asses all the way almost to the Super Bowl.
And he's doing it again this year. He might be the MVP of the NFL, folks.
And if they don't give him the MVP, then what are they looking at? If they don't get, he is about the best Alabama running back to come out that program. Prove me
under
wrong.
Nick Saban, yes.
Prove me wrong. I mean, Mark is great. Josh Jacobs is going to be great. Trent Richardson fucking sucked. You know, I mean, even TJ Yeldon came out and had somewhat of a career, but Derrick Henry.
I think Najee Harris is the next guy.
Antioch represent California, baby.
All day.
But he is. See, this is Derrick Henry. This is Derrick Henry. Here's Najee, because he runs just like him. He's not as big as him, but he's big. But
he's faster than Derrick Henry.
Yeah. But see, here's the thing. Derrick Henry can still outrun some.
No. When Derrick Henry gets the motor going, you better have a come to Jesus right now, right then and there.
We'll see. Well, you know, a lot of people have thought they can run up on King Henry, and he has made some da-da-da, da-da-da, not by running, but by get off me.
Well,
you're not worthy.
Well, if you didn't think Derrick Henry was fast, just go watch the 99-yard touchdown run he had against the Jaguars last season.
Or didn't he have this year? He had something. I think it was like an 80-yard or something where he just went guts through that hole. I mean, it was almost like the 90-yarder last year, but gee whiz, that man is out of this world. Just something different.
Now back to my football team overpaying people or not paying people. And again, I still will never understand why you paid D Ford all that money. But it could have went to DeForest Buckner. And now DeForest Buckner is wearing the damn horseshoe in blue and white and just made that defense with Darius Leonard just the Super Bowl defense right now. But no! You want to pay Eric Armstead when you could just easily franchise tagged him again.
And where is he? Where's Armstead? I mean, I know he's still with the Niners, but is he on IR?
No. Eric Armstead's just on the field, ain't done shit.
Oh, well, I was asking because I ain't heard him. That's right.
Oh, exactly. Exactly.
He was on IR.
No. He's not injured. He's not hurt. He's just a ghost right now because you don't see him.
What can we say? What can we say, brother? What can we say?
Okay. He benefited from Buckner, Ford, and Bosa, and then those three go down.
Well, now, as somebody that's a Niner fan will watch this video, they're going to give you an argument and sit here and say, "Well, we weren't healthy. We didn't have all our starters. You know, we were down a few players."
Okay, when the defense was very crappy, DeForest Buckner still balled out. Where was Eric Armstead? He was hurt. That was in 2016. That was in 2017. 2018, same thing. Okay, DeForest Buckner has been proven ever since he came into the league in 2017. The man has balled. Even knowing he's going to get double teamed, the man was still all pro.
Hey.
Where's Eric Armstead? It's okay. I'll wait.
Okay. I guess he's still trying to watch the quarterback.
Okay. Kerry Hyder Jr. has balled all year for the 49ers. He is somebody I definitely would bring back. Javon Kinlaw, the last 3-4 games, has shown why he will be a steady replacement for DeForest Buckner. Maybe not in sacks, but he'll be stout in the run game. Okay? As much as I don't like Bosa's injury history, Bosa's proven. Hopefully he can get back to his.
He has quietly shut you up a little bit. Just a
little bit. But his injury history still.
That was your biggest peeve when they drafted him. Can he stay on the field? That's what he said.
It was never his talent.
Exactly.
It was never his talent. It was your best ability is availability.
And right now, he ain't out there.
Yeah, he's not out there. Okay. Solomon Thomas, you can go bye-bye. B. Ford, you can go bye-bye. Weston Richburg, I don't know why the fuck we paid him money. Damn it. Get out. Get out, as Mike Wilbon would say. Get out. Okay, because
I feel bad for Fred Warner, man. He just cannot stay healthy.
And Fred Warner is one of the best middle linebackers in football. I mean, him, like I've said, him and Dre Greenlaw could be that next Willis-Bowman combination that can just be special. And unfortunately, Willis and Bowman didn't play that long because they both suffered career. Like you talked about Dion. Same reason why Patrick Willis retired. Turf toe. The feet. He said, if my feet can't
gotta take care of your puppies, man. Gotta take care of your dogs.
It's not that they weren't taking care of. It's just if he couldn't be the same with his feet, there's no use in it. Yeah, there's no use of him playing. I mean, which makes me respect Sterling Sharp even more because Sterling Sharp balled on a turf toe. And this is running cuts, running digs, zigzagging. That takes.
And you got a quarterback by the name of Brett Favre zinging it in there. So
yeah. So what Sterling Sharp did on a turf toe was just amazing. And yes, Sterling Sharp should be in Canton. I don't care what anybody says.
Oh, whoa. That slipped by me. He's not in the hall?
Sterling Sharp is not in the hall, no.
And you mean to tell me you got Jason Taylor and Warren Sapp in the Hall of Fame, and that man is not in the Hall of Fame? Hey, you know what?
We can do a whole show on that alone.
Bro, you're talking to a Raider fan it should be at least about, I can name on one hand how many Raiders should be in the Hall of Fame right now. And if they don't, if I swear, if Seawood don't get the day one, because you already know Peyton Manning's getting his. Peyton Manning's getting his, and why? I mean, if we're gonna go off Super Bowls, I believe Forrest Plunkett got 2, and is he in?
No.
Well, don't get me started. Don't get me started. But Mr. Sharp, Mr. Consistent, is not in the Hall. Well, I'm just gonna see how this year goes. So I tell you what, if Seawood ain't the first ballot, then I know
that's for
that
me. That is gonna be really hard as well because I really cannot see him not being a first ballot Hall of Fame.
The moment that man said that speech in Oakland, the Hall of Fame should have just walked out and just gave him his jacket. Like, you know what? We're whatever. You're already in. And you know what? I'm not going to just say because his career as a Raider. He had a great career as a Packer.
Oh yeah, he was reborn in Green Bay.
I mean, he already solidified himself in Oakland when we drafted him because he left Oakland a beast. but he went to Green Bay and became a man.
Playing safety.
Okay. All right. Now he had his tenure in Green Bay, but then my man decided, you know what? It just don't feel right. I gotta go.
Welcome home. I gotta go home.
Go home. And when he came home, he didn't miss a beat. He didn't miss a beat. So uh, I know we got to the Hall of Fame. Now,
I'm actually gonna try and load up. Okay, so here are the 25 modern era players semifinalists. Load up. And Philly is in a comfortable 12-point lead right now in the fourth quarter.
it's preseason.
Paying attention.
It's preseason.
I know, but still.
And they're not doing it
Okay.
to Boston in the regular season.
And again, I have to touch on Sterling Sharp. But damn it, how's the original 88 for the damn Cowboys not in the damn Hall of Fame, Drew Pearson? So exactly. Yes, Drew Pearson is still not in the Hall of Fame. Okay.
You really about to give me the mouth off.
Okay. So okay. Now the only the only first ballot Hall of Famers I see in this list personally, this is just me speaking personally, is is Peyton Manning, Charles Woodson, and Steve Tasker. We're talking first ballot Hall of Famers.
Wait a minute. Is this his first ballot? Steve? No, Steve Tasker's been retired for a minute, and he's he's not in the Hall of Fame. I mean, if Jason Taylor could get in the Hall of Fame, Steve Tasker should be in the Hall of Fame.
Well, let me. The only other person I can see being a first ballot other than those three is maybe Calvin Johnson, Megatron. Maybe. But here's my thing. Okay. Calvin Johnson's only been retired for 5 years, and this is his first year on the ballot. Now,
Wait, they don't even what?
yeah, he retired in 2015. Yes, but my thing is this: it's a dang shame that Chris Carter, Tim Brown, and Andre Reed had to wait that long for them to get in the hall. I'm not
Now at
understanding
that
this.
time, those were the three top five receivers. It was Jerry Rice, Chris Carter, Tim Brown was in there, and Andre Reed. I think I might be missing somebody else, but
Probably James Lofton.
yeah, yes, that could be it. And they waited. See, that's what I don't like. I don't like these new voters, man. You know, you're looking at what you see now. It must be some new voters because they need some historians in there.
Yeah. Well, here's the 25 here's the 25 modern era players right now. 15 on defense, 9 on offense, 1 special teamer. So, going down the list. Eric Allen, first time as a semifinalist.
I don't think he
Jared
should.
Eric Allen,
Not yet.
not yet. Okay. Jared Allen, first time as
And maybe second time around.
Willie Anderson, first time on the as a semifinalist.
Ooh.
Rondé Barber, his fourth
No,
time.
no, 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 no.
Now, a person that I think personally should get in, Biscuit Cornelius Bennett.
I agree.
His first time as a semifinalist.
Yeah, yeah. Is that
Tony Bus-
Buffalo Bill Cornelius Bennett we're
that
talking?
is that is Buffalo Bill, Atlanta Falcon, Cornelius Bennett. Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
You really won't get no argument from me about him, but I think Tony Baselli should definitely go in.
Oh, Are we talking
The
Jack?
original Jaguar. Yes, we are.
Yeah, get him in there. Just because he was he not? No, was he the first pick? No, not the first pick,
Yeah, he
but
was.
he was the
He,
first
he
pick.
was. I believe so. Yes.
That just that right there, that gets you in. You the first pick of a franchise, and you are good. You should get in. Yeah, Baselli, he gets thumbs up for me. Yeah, for sure.
It's his sixth time as a semifinalist. Go figure. Go. Yeah. 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 Leroy Butler is on for the fourth time as a semifinalist.
Not with the other names that's on this list. I don't. Eventually he should, but I don't think this year.
Alan Faneca, former Pittsburgh Steeler, sixth time as a finalist.
Ooh, he was nice.
Yes, he
He was nice.
was.
He was nice.
A person you can't stand, Rodney Harrison, his first time as
You
a
know what?
semifinalist.
He should never get in. You know what? The only way he gets in, he should eat a bunch of dicks. Yeah, that's about it. Yes, I said it.
Well, the seventh time might be the charm for Torrey Holt. This might be the year he gets
Wait
in.
a minute. Torrey Holt seven time?
Yeah.
And yet Jason Taylor is in the Hall of Fame. I continue.
We've already talked about Calvin Johnson. This is his ninth time as a semifinalist. John Lynch should finally get his due and get in.
He's a Bronco, bro, and a Buccaneer who won the Super Bowl with John Gruden as a Buccaneer. He can eat a bunch of dicks too.
We already talked about Peyton Manning.
Yeah, well, CBS Slurp City, he's already getting in.
This one for me it's kind of emotional because I enjoyed him as a player, and this is his fifth time on the list. Talking about Clay Matthews Sr., the longtime Cleveland Brown. Yes, the longtime Cleveland Brown Clay Sr. is now in the Hall of Fame. Yes.
Wait, isn't there already a Matthews in there already?
Bruce, yes.
So I mean, the list continues. I mean, the Matthews are undercoverly one of the tandems that are good in the NFL.
Yes.
Like they produce players.
Yes.
The generation, it doesn't fall off. It may skip a gene, but somebody in that family is getting to the pros.
I agree. Just because of what he was as a person, I think the late great Sam Mills should definitely get into Cooperstown. Yeah. Yeah, this is his fourth time as a semifinalist.
He was a monster in Carolina.
And in New Orleans.
Yes, but he's going to be more noted as a Carolina Panther.
I agree. Well, he's got a statue outside that stadium.
He was a monster. Holy shnikes.
Fourth time as a semifinalist, Richard Seymour. Eventually, he will get in.
Just because he's a damn Patriot, yeah. But the moment he put on that Raider uniform, that kind of dwindled his Hall of Famer because, you know, he brought that mantra because he was getting kicked out of games, slapping Big Ben in the face. You know, typical Raider shit. You know what we do. If we can't beat you in the game, we'll whoop your ass on the field. Pretty much.
We already talked about Steve Tasker. Now this is borderline for me. This is only his second time as a Hall of Fame finalist, but Fred Taylor of the Jaguars.
God. I mean, how is some of these guys, it just cracks me up that you're saying these names and I can like throw a name at you that should not be in the Hall of Fame because that person should be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, yes, this is their first ballot, but you're saying like 4 or 5 times Fred Taylor. Come on, man.
Ask the Indianapolis Colts about Fred Taylor.
His running style is almost like Marshall Faulk's.
Now, see, bring that name up. I gotta go, and now I got to go here because again, none of these running backs do not make sense because Roger freaking Craig is not in the goddamn Hall of Fame, and that just boggles me. Yes, Mr. High Knees. Yes. It
Right.
was Marshall Falk before Marshall Falk in the NFL, who was the first man to do 1,000,000.
Wait. Now you know me. If I can just X out all that Niner shit in the background of your screen, I'll do that. But when you're good, damn it, you're good. And Roger Craig, damn it, was good. I guarantee you this. Now, the Niners had a running back by the name of Ricky Waters.
Yes.
This guy said he will never go across the middle. They asked him to go across the middle. He told you to fuck
For
off.
who? For who? For what?
Right. Why would I do that? Now, you ask Roger Craig to run across the middle, whatever you need, coach. You want me to throw the ball? Center? Tight end? Punter?
He was a fullback when Tyler was the running back before Tom Rathman got there in '86.
Even I know that.
He came into the league as a fullback. He was a
Well,
lead block.
remember Marcus Allen was blocking for Bo Jackson at one
Yes,
time.
he was.
And Marcus
Yes.
Allen was well established before Bo got there.
Yes. But Tom
How is
Parcells.
Roger Craig not in the Hall of Fame, bro? I mean, I see. You know what? We can't down on the Hall of Fame because that would have to be an episode by himself. Because
Yes.
damn it, I can talk 2 hours Hall of Fame with you all day. I mean, we can sit here and talk Hall of Fame all day, but the people don't want to hear us talk about that all day. I mean,
Okay.
well, they want to hear that one episode, but
Yeah. I mean, we can. I mean, we can really have a show just based off of that one day if the fans call for it for sure.
hey, fans want, hey, comment,
Hey, let
whatever,
us know in the comments if you
whatever
want us to talk
you want
about.
to hear, we will talk about it.
Yeah, if
Give
you
us
want.
ideas.
Yeah, if you want us to talk about who should be in Canton, not be in Canton, please. I
Hey, producers.
again, he has a list alone. Anyhow, okay. Now to the big news of the day after all this football talk.
Woo! Can we
Can
talk
you
about,
say
hey, somebody get this black man. I was gonna use another word, but I'm gonna keep it real. Somebody get this black man a black card because
because the Greek Freak, the
walk
back-to-back
into any store.
MVP
He can walk
of
into
the
any store.
association.
I want this. I want that. I want this. Oh yeah, by the way, I want it all on credit. I'm good for it. Lead the people on and let them know what happened today, good sir.
Well, the Greek Freak, the back-to-back defending MVP of the National Basketball Association, Giannis Antetokounmpo, says, "Screw all the free agent talk. I'm going to freeze my balls off during the season for the next 5 years in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, to the tune of a 5-year supermax deal of $228 million, the richest contract in the history of the National Basketball
Hey,
Association."
hey, you know what? You know what? I want to get in his DM and ask, can he adopt me right now? I just want to jump in his DM right now. Nope. I don't. You know what? I ain't trying to freak on you or nothing like that. I just want you to adopt me, bro. I just want to be I want to be your little brother. That's all. I just want 1% of what he got.
Just
1%. I don't even need 10, not 5, 1%. And I'm good.
1%. That's it.
Mm,
And
give me 1%.
good good for the city of Milwaukee, good for the Bucks,
Yes.
because Milwaukee's a small market,
They don't get the
and
recognition that they deserve.
they don't get the recognition at all. And plus, the Bucks have been on the cusp the last couple of seasons, and for them to keep their superstar is a huge, huge, huge kudos to that organization.
Yes.
Huge. But needless to say, today Giannis got paid.
Hey, hey, and you know what? We heard all the talks that the Warriors were going to get in talks with the Bucks to try to get him there. The Lakers wanted him. It was rumors that he wasn't happy in Milwaukee, that they're not doing this and the third. But you never once heard Giannis say anything about
No.
anything negative about the Bucks. I mean, they have the talent.
Oh yes.
I mean, they got the squad. They don't suck. They don't lack for nothing.
Not at all.
I picked them to come out the East before the this pandemic took over. They were my favorite to come out the East. They were just too. They were running the floor, man. It's like every game they were just in it, and they never looked like they were. Didn't they become the number one? Right? Wasn't they the number one thing there the whole time?
They had the best record in the NBA during this past season in 2019. They had
Before
the
the
best record in the
pandemic
NBA.
put us in the bubble.
Yes, and then the bulldog that's just the bulldog that just the Miami Heat happened, and they just looked lost.
That man, wherever Jimmy Butler goes, he makes winners.
And he does.
It's just they just make winners.
Which makes you even the more mad he didn't stay in Philly. And that look says it all right there, America.
I would have rather gave Jimmy Butler the money than Tobias Harris.
And Tobias Harris is a solid player.
But he ain't Jimmy Butler.
No, he's not Jimmy Butler. Not at all.
I mean, that picture.
Jimmy Butler is that dog that would have got in Ben Simmons and beat his ass saying, "Look here, y'all need to wake up right now." He is that dude that will do that.
I just tell you what. The one picture that showed me something about basketball and the passion that certain people have. That one game that they won, and Jimmy Butler was on the edge, and he was just exhausted.
Talking about game 4 of the finals when he messed around and got a triple double.
That reminds me of a person that passed away, who was a Laker, Kobe Bryant. I mean, Kobe gave you every inch of every minute that he was on that court, even when he was hurt.
I just think about his last game in the association. He was just on fumes, and it was like, "Here, Kobe, shoot the ball."
I mean, you didn't think that night that they was not go every shot that went up that night. You think Kobe wasn't gonna shoot it?
Oh, not at all.
You know, I don't too much watch Laker games or anything like that when they're on TV, but I literally watched that game from start to finish. And I even caught myself rooting for Kobe. I mean, I guess they say the greats you always have some form of dislike to. Like, I can get why people didn't like Jordan. I understand. 6-0. Rest in case. You know, and then I can see why. Well, we all know why I dislike Kobe. Number one, he was a Laker. But I didn't really like him when he first came in the league. But the more he played, the more I respected him more. Because he was solid. I mean, he was solid up and down the court.
Well, whenever you watched him, and again, we pretty much agree because again, anything purple and gold, I'll just give you a big, nice one finger salute, and
All
just
day
be like,
that.
and just be like, screw you. But you knew what you were getting from him, and you know it was not going to be a lack of effort.
No.
And and and, and, again, and if he didn't like it, he was not scared to tell you. I mean, he would call you the P word.
As you said this, on my timeline, I think I want to say a couple of days ago, I posted something about when Kobe called out the whole team and called them soft.
Oh yes.
He said, "I can't practice with y'all. You're a bunch of bitches and you're soft." I'm like, wow.
Now keep in mind, Larry Joe Bird said the same thing about his teammates in Boston.
And I believe they delivered the championship because the moment Kobe called them soft, I believe they beat Boston that year. I'm just saying, hey, you know what though? I do miss that dude, man. That dude was about to do some stuff. I believe Kobe was about to show everybody.
And won an Oscar. He won an Oscar. Man won an Oscar.
It was just beyond basketball with him, man. And then the basketball that he was doing with his daughter. All right, let's not talk about Kobe, man, because it still hurts me to this day. I don't like. I didn't like the basketball player Kobe, but the human being off the court and what he was doing.
Taco really looks like David Gaines. Don't drop your glass. Don't drop the glass.
We snapping on the show, bruh. I mean, did we just go there? I mean, oh.
David, I love you, bro, but you have a twin in the NBA. I'm sorry.
Wait, did you tell me not to drop the glass?
Don't drop the glass.
Brother,
Don't.
Do you know what's in his glass?
I don't know. I just want to make sure.
I ain't dropping this glass. I dropped this blunt before I dropped this glass.
Wow. You said the blunt can fall, but damn it, not the heme.
You damn right. But back to Giannis, because we did kind of, as we always do, because man, like I said, I can talk. We can sit here. We cut it off short because we got to do stuff. I tell you, I think we can sit here and do this for 3 hours.
Oh, definitely.
You know, but it's good, like you said, for the market, and good for Milwaukee because they don't too much have much. You know, for them to lock in a player that wants to be there, who wants, as you said, freeze his balls off, because I ain't going to Milwaukee in the winter. What's that? It's bad enough it's cold where I'm living at.
Yeah, I'm not that far from freaking Reno where it's cold in Tahoe. But also at the same time, I kind of go back to this situation to where when the Bucks unfortunately couldn't keep 38,387 reasons why I can be the GOAT, aka the captain, aka the greatest basketball career ever. The captain won Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I think about how he got away from the Bucks.
Can we call him by his real name, please?
The captain?
That ain't his real name, ain't it?
What
was his name when he played with the Bucks?
Oh, you want me to go Lou Alcindor?
You damn right.
That's where you want me to go?
His mama named him Clay. I'm going to call him Clay.
Well, you know.
But I'm sorry. I just want to make you laugh on that one real quick. But continue, please.
But I mean, it's when he left and the Bucks really never couldn't keep. And it was the same thing when they had that trio of Sam Cassell, Glenn Robinson, and the prettiest looking jumper of all time,
Mr. Jesus himself.
One Jesus Shuttlesworth Ray Allen.
They couldn't in an NBA.
Oh yes, but they couldn't keep that together. So I'm really happy for Milwaukee. They get their new arena built, and they get to keep their
right.
And they get to keep their superstar.
That's even better.
So kudos to the Bucks. And then you add the players that you added, even though they couldn't get Bogdanovich, they still added to make sure, you know what, we're in it for the long haul. We're going for it. And
do they still
possibly?
I can't think of his name. I was trying
to.
No, black dude.
Middleton?
Yes, they still got Middleton.
Yes, I believe so.
I like that dude. His game, he's smooth and he's quiet, but he'll explode on you, you know. But he got a nice stroke. He gets to the basket. His defense is a little, but other than that, his offense is spectacular.
Well, not to mention you've added Drew Holiday to the mix.
Do you know what that just meant for Giannis?
Oh yeah.
Do you know that I wish he was still donning the jersey that drafted him?
Oh yeah.
That boy is a problem. He is a. Go ahead.
And not to mention, you also added another point guard in DJ Augustine to control the point along with Drew Holiday.
Oh, they solid in the backcourt.
Oh yeah.
They real solid. Because Drew Holiday gonna be solid because he can get you He can bust for 30 at any moment too.
Oh, indeed.
That, that's the thing.
Then you also added Craig from the Nuggets, and Denver's going to miss him.
No kidding. I see why
Oh,
Giannis is sticking around. They might run the table again.
well, this might be the year they could possibly get out of the East and get to the finals.
You know what? These are always my top teams in the East: the Bucks, the
Hmm.
Celtics,
Hmm.
and the Sixers. We're always there. It's when we get to the playoffs, we just forget that. Oh, we got to play Boston.
So, do you think Miami takes a step back?
No, 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 no. I was just saying right then and there. That was I didn't. Miami's going to be there. Toronto's going to be there. You know, is Brooklyn in the East? Or are they in the West?
They're in the East.
Ooh. See, I don't like uh, a healthy Kevin Durant that took off a year, maybe close to 2 years, and he just been doing nothing but rehabbing. He's been staying off Twitter. He looks like he's determined to get back to basketball and be the Slim Reaper. And I know what B said the other night when we were talking, and I don't give a damn if you don't like that name. That I almost said it again. That dude is the Reaper. When your game is that cold, that's your name, bro. I mean, you walked up on LeBron James and put a three in his eye and called ball game.
Well, I just wish he would stop being so sensitive and just go out and play ball and just
Well,
that's my only thing about Durant that I don't like. It's like nothing you do makes you happy. So just shut up and go play ball. Because I mean, here's what he needs to understand. Okay, we decided to take this chance, and you're going to the number one media market in these United States of America. Okay, when
he ain't
when
ready.
when
He ain't
when
ready.
Fran- when Francis Albert Sinatra made the song "New York, New York," I understand part of the lyrics was "I want to go to a city that never sleeps." Okay, they don't sleep in New York. They will be in front of your door, sleeping at the front of your door, waiting to get something on you.
Let him have 3 games. There 3 games to where he ain't KD,
Oh, you'll hear it.
and he say one word. If he thought the Bay Area media group was bad, he couldn't get along with that,
And the rest of the U.S. considers us to be soft.
right? So he is on the East Coast where, like you said, they don't sleep. They love their sports. I mean, they got gazillion newspapers. I mean, hey, ask Carmelo. Ask Carmelo about the New York media.
Ask Amari Stoudemire. Ask Patrick Ewing. They ran. They ran Larry Brown and Don Nelson out of New York.
Hey, what did they do to
No.
John Starks when he couldn't hit the side of a barnyard?
Oh, Game 6, '94 Finals. Hello.
Hello.
Why you think Derek Jeter never came out of his house when he played for the Yankees?
Why you just now finding out that he had relations with Mariah Carey and all that kind of stuff like that?
Yeah.
Because he kept it private.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
wait, we got the Warriors versus the
Ask.
Kings coming up. Oh,
Yes. But I am not watching the TNT coverage. I rather listen to Kalina and Fitz. They are airing on PC area. Yes, indeed.
thank you for that bit of information, my brother.
Oh, anytime. And damn it, good for Bonte Hill doing the Warriors pregame and post show. Good for him.
You know what? See, I guess I might be biased or whatever you call that word or homer or
No,
whatever.
trust
But what
me,
I'm about to say here, we have the best announcers, sportscasters, and I mean, I've been other places. Yes, I've been and seen sports in other places and heard their. I mean, besides Sacramento, that maybe they got rid of that dude, so maybe they might be a little bit better now. That dude
They
just
got Mark Jones, and Mark Jones is a true professional.
okay, but the dude they used to have.
Oh
Any,
yes, he was not a fan of Grant Napier, not at all.
no, no, no.
Now the
I could,
G-Man, yes, but Grant Napier, no.
yeah, yeah. Couldn't even do a sports show. But I mean, it's like, I mean, we got Croup and Kite. I mean, the Warriors announcer. I mean, now we got Kalina. Now you just throw in Bonte, who knows his stuff. The only thing that I got against Bonte is he's not a fan. Other than that,
Well, he was born and raised in the city. Can't blame him for
I
that.
mean, hey, rep where you from. You know, it's silver and black all day. Even though they in Vegas, in my back of my head, they still Oakland. It's still Oakland. I don't know they only been there a year. They need to be there like 18 years before I recognize them as Vegas. It's always gonna be Oakland, man. They started in Oakland, they left Oakland. It's always gonna be Oakland. That's where it is. But the announcers that it's good to have the Bay Area the group back together.
Well, of course, our version of Bill King, Greg Papa, who is now going back to Giants pre and post game. Even though
Oh
I did,
shit, we got Mully in the building.
oh yes, and Darrell Wright, who could
Well,
shoot that three
right.
ball.
Oh my goodness. And you know what? He had a decent year with the Warriors when he was there.
Yes, he did.
It was not bad.
No,
Oh man, there you go. The Slim Reaper. This the three I'm talking. Boom! Right in LeBron's face. Fuck you, LeBron. Yeah.
Cordell is still the straw that stirs the drink.
And you know what? To piggyback on KD and his media problems, when he came to Oakland, it was a problem. Because I guess everybody he wanted to come here and get the attention that Steph was getting. No, 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 bro. Mm-mm. You ain't stroking like Steph. You didn't win the title. Steph had already won the title before you came here. Steph has won the MVP before you got here.
2 times.
Okay. You're not going to get that attention, bro. This is his team. You should have just followed Clay. Do you think Clay is walking around talking about, oh, God, I want to get interviews like Steph. I want my daughter sitting all in there. I want the attention that Riley gets. No. You know what Clay going to do? Clay going to do his job. He going to fuck around with Rocco. He going to
And
pop
look
up
over Rocco.
like, and you know what I'm saying? And he going to chill. And he always going to look like he doing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? That Clay knew his position. Bro, you were already doing your thing at OKC. When you came here to help us win titles.
And even then, Wardell, being Wardell, cared to Kevin Durant.
Babied him.
Not many superstars will do that, and that just goes to show you what kind of a
Well,
human being Steph is.
that
Let
go
alone,
on
let
top of
alone
that.
what kind of a leader he is.
On top of that, true, but it also comes to boil down to I don't care about stats, getting the ball. If it gets us to get that W and get that Larry O'Brien trophy back into town, take that shot, bro. I don't care. We are a team. There's no I in team. We're winning together. And that's why Draymond Green got in his ass. It was just not about what happened. KD wanted to be where he came to a team that was like this. See, his problem was he was so accustomed to Russell Westbrook. No, we share the ball around here. Do you know that? Do you know that Draymond Green is not a point guard, but he brings the ball down court and he gets triple doubles? Do you know technically Steph Curry should be a shooting guard, but he's playing point by letting Clay play shooting guard, where Clay technically can be a small forward, playing the two? Bro, we play ball. That's what we do. We put together pieces and play ball. That OKC stuff, you got to leave that behind. So, with that being said, I hope KD don't ever win nothing ever again because he broke up a happy home. That black man broke up a happy home. Bro, you know how many? Look, I was doing the LeBron James when KD signed. When you sent me that text, and then you sent me the text, and then ESPN hit me with KD signed with the Warriors. My brother, I was doing LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and that other dude, Chris Bosh. Not one, not two, not three, not four. Bro, do you know that it was Harrison Barnes? He is Harrison Barnes. Just imagine if Harrison Barnes make those open shots. We don't lose a final. I don't care that they say Draymond Green got suspended for kicking the king in his ding-a-ling, whatever. We're still winning that. If Harrison, now, so fast forward. Same situation. Instead of setting up Harrison Barnes to shoot the shot, KD brings the ball down the court and pulls up. You win a final. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you gotta humble yourself if it's but we know what KD was all about. He wants to be the focal point. He couldn't be that in OKC. He came to Golden State to get that title. So now he's gonna go to Brooklyn. And is he the focal player of Brooklyn? It's gonna be Kyrie Irving. Them two players both got a problem.
Yeah.
They don't like playing with other superstars. Kyrie didn't want to play with LeBron. And then even when Kyrie got to Boston, Tatum was getting too big. You know, so I don't think those two are going to work out in Brooklyn. Well, I hope they don't work out in Brooklyn because, you know, I don't want KD to win nothing. I mean, Kyrie already got his. KD got his. They don't deserve nothing. That's it. Just your career rots in Brooklyn. Because I believe if Kyrie stayed with LeBron in Cleveland, they probably could have won another one. Possibly. KD stays with the Warriors after his injury season. I think they come back and win it. It's hard to see that we're watching a Golden State Warrior basketball game and it doesn't say Oakland, California at the bottom no more.
I know. It's still weird.
Oakland has lost so much in so small of a time.
Yeah, but the thing is, in regards to the Warriors, Joe Lacob made it clear when he bought the team. I said, look, love Oakland. We'll never forget its history. It's still going to be a part of our history. We're still going to do things.
He was honest.
But we need. I want to build a world class arena in the city because that's the only thing San Francisco didn't have was a world class arena. That's why a lot of the concerts were in Oakland at Oracle, aka the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum Arena.
Question.
Yes.
Are you still on Sports Bay Area with the basketball game?
I am, yes.
These bastards didn't switch me to soccer.
Oh, wow.
Oh. Now, I do also have the other one, but they might black it out.
They might try to force you to hear Doug Christie and Mark Jones.
Wow.
Curry takes the mid-range and knocks it down just like that.
You know what? We're going to mute because it's not the Warriors announcers. I got to listen to these dreaded Kings.
Who's doing the game for TNT? Let's see.
Hayden Asman Jackson?
No. It's Kevin Harlan and I think Reggie Miller.
Yeah, I'd rather not listen to Reggie Miller talk. Bruh, it's too easy for Steph.
I have to get used to seeing De'Aaron Fox without braids. Oh no, it is Kevin Harlan and Grant Hill doing the game for TNT.
Oh, now hey, ooh, yo, not to jump off the sports for a second. Grant Hill is one lucky dude.
Oh yes, yes. To get to get serenaded with a birthday song every year from that woman. Oh my goodness, yes Lord, yes Lord.
Okay, back to sports.
Yes, yes, we do cross into pop culture every now and again, folks. Yes, yes, we
Every
do
once
that.
in a while.
Yeah.
Every once. You might you'll catch us talk about an album or two.
Don't know.
I'm speaking
Yeah.
away before we get to our rapids that's coming pretty soon.
And
Is
Curry's already in mid-season form.
it this weekend? Saturday. We got not a versus. I wouldn't call it a versus.
No,
I
no,
will
no,
call it
no.
that you pick a track, I pick a track, then you pick another track, I'm gonna pick a track, and
Or
everybody
we can,
listening to this versus gonna be.
or we can just, or we can just do the album that we already did together, and just let that flow down.
But see now with that, that's an unfair versus because they both got album on top of album on slap on top of slap.
And of course, Too Short always talking about getting some head in every one of his songs.
Well, it kind of, I mean, blow the whistle.
Yeah, well, you know,
Mhm,
talk
mhm,
about some superpowers. You know, I'm just saying.
mhm. Yeah, well, that's another story for another day.
Yeah, but yes,
Saturday is going to be
Todd
very.
Todd Shaw, Earl Stevens. Y'all know him, y'all love him, but you know him better as Too Short and E40, of course, Oakland's finest, and of course my fellow Vallejoan of South Vallejo
Magazine.
from Magazine Street Hustlin'.
Better get your
So
broccoli.
I mean, oh yeah, but it's definitely going to be a celebration of Bay Area music, Bay Area culture, Bay Area life.
Hey,
So
that one might be that one might top Snoop Dogg and DMX's. Because
yeah,
DMX and Snoop Dogg they did put on the show until Snoop Dogg decided that he couldn't hang with the dog no more and go freestyle because DMX can't freestyle. We that was unfair. That was totally
oh,
unfair.
that is great defense by the young man. Was that Wiggins? It was Wiggins.
Yes.
Oh, throw it down, Kelly. Kelly Oubre going with the old Andrew Bogut number of 12.
Uh oh. Uh oh. Oh, he tried to throw it down. Oh, good defense. I'm a little behind you. So, oh, he threw it down right there though. Okay. Well, he got the little Cisco thing going through his head, but all right, this is good.
Yeah, well, you know, Chris Brown did the same thing.
Hey.
Oh,
All
get
right.
out the way, Rashawn Holmes.
All right, brother. Let's get in. Let's dial into our rapid fire. I'll let you
All
lead
right.
off.
Well, even if they lose this upcoming, I want to say Friday or Saturday, first off, a tremendous, tremendous season for the San Jose State Spartans football team, who they are playing for the Mountain West Conference Championship this weekend against Boise State. Ironically enough, they were supposed to play in the regular season, and the game got canceled because of COVID. But the fact is that a lot of times San Jose State is a lot of times gets forgotten because Cal and Stanford kind of rule in a sense the Bay Area football scene. But for San Jose State to come up the way they did and to play the way they did and finish the regular season undefeated, which hasn't happened since almost dang near the 1950s. Tremendous, tremendous job. But like I said, even if they don't win the conference title, The fact is, they got to play for a conference championship game. Is just a kudos. It's just a credit and a kudos to the coaching staff, the AD, and just that whole football program. So, Sparty, I'm rooting for you against Boise State. Hope you can bring the championship home and bring another championship back to the Bay Area. So, damn it, go Sparty.
Well, I had a different one, but I'm gonna go with what's going on right now. It's honestly good to see basketball back the right way. I know they're playing 10 games short. You know, it's not the bubble. It's good to see all teams playing. This little preseason we got going. And just hopefully that COVID doesn't hit basketball as COVID is surging out as we speak, as we now. But I also want to piggyback on our football. We have interesting football coming up here pretty soon. Some real games are starting to really make sense and count. You know, you still got some teams looking out that can look in. Like we said, the damn Cowboys still got a chance to win their division with 3 games left. Then that's crazy to say,
Yeah,
right?
it is.
You know, and I'm very intrigued by that division. I'm gonna pay attention more to the East now because I want to see what, especially with Washington playing good football now. It's like what happened if they would have played this way all year long? Like, could it be different? You know, I mean, I know certain things has to happen to things for it to happen, but I'm looking forward to seeing what the East is gonna bring. And in that game, the last game between the Browns and the Steelers. I know we'll probably talk about that in future shows, but yeah, that's mine. I just want to see what the East is gonna bring the rest of the last these 3 weeks as we head into January and where it gets tight, it gets cold, and you know you win a game and then you're in the locker room watching a team you need to win, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, that's what I'm looking for. That's it for me. And no, I'm not looking forward to Thursday because I think I'm saying it here now, I believe the Chargers will beat the Raiders.
Wow, he is calling it. Well, I hope for your sake, as they say, they prove you wrong.
I love it. I would have liked no other, but I predicted the Jets get their first win against the Raiders. And that almost happened if it wasn't for a defensive mishap.
Well, it has been a show of passion and a show of sugar. As you can see, he came out wearing Deadpool, folks, as he just had to lay into his team. But again, we certainly hope you enjoyed this edition of the Mizzle Dub Show. Like I said, you can always check out our YouTube page to watch past episodes. And again, like we said, if you want us to do a show about the Hall of Fame or who should be in and who should be out, again, let us know in the comments. We do this for y'all. This is why
And
we do it.
also, if you have a topic you just want to talk about, or we're opening it up now. I believe we've done enough shows to where if anybody wants to feature on the show and put their 2 cents in, we have no problem with it. But before you come on the show, we would like to pre-talk with anybody that wants to come on the show, get it together and stuff like that. So, if anybody with that said, speak up, America. We listen. We take all kind of conversations. We'll talk about whatever. But also help us out. Like, subscribe. And again, that's Dub and I'm Mizzle. Hope you enjoyed it.
Good night, America. And wear your mask.
Please
And
do.
good night, Canada.
All right, bro.
All right, sir.